fit and fine at your places. I, Priyanka Bisht, your accountancy teacher from Arden Progressive School, welcomes you all in the new session and in your new class, that is grade 11th. So in this session, before starting the lecture, I would like to introduce you with the syllabus of accountancy. So here in this class, the syllabus of accountancy is divided into two parts. Part A and Part B. So Part A is of financial accounting first, and Part B is of financial accounting second. So in Part A, we will learn about the basic concept of accounting, how to record the transaction in the books of account, and in second part, we will learn how to record the transaction in the final accounts of the company. So here, we just need to understand about the accounting and also about the transactions, and in this part, we will learn about the final accounts which are prepared for the company. So we'll begin with the very first chapter of accountancy, part A, that is Introduction to Accounting. So before starting the chapter, first we will understand about the term accounting, what accounting is and why it is prepared. See, at the end of the year, all the businessman wants to know how much they have gained or lost during the year, how much capital is invested in the business at the end of the year, how much amount they are liable to pay and to whom they owe it, also how much is owed to them and by whom. So all these information should be recorded in a systematic manner. So to record all these information in a systematic manner, all the businessman prepares accounts. So we can say that as there are number of transactions which takes place in a business organization, and to record those transactions in a systematic manner, accounts are prepared. So here accounting can be defined as accounting is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money the transactions and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the results thereof. This definition is given by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So now we will understand this definition by understanding the characteristics of accounting. So now we'll discuss the characteristics of accounting. First characteristic is accounting is an art as well as science. See, what is art? Art is basically a technique of attaining some predetermined objectives. So by art we mean it is a technique which is applied to achieve the objective. So accounting is also an art of recording, classifying and summarizing business transactions with the view to ascertain the net profit and financial position of the business enterprise. So how accounting is an art? Accounting is an art because in accounting we record the transaction, we classify those transactions, and after that we summarize the transaction so that we can ascertain the net profit earned by the company and also the financial position of the company. So by this we can say accounting is an art. Now if we talk about accounting is a science. What is science? Science is a systematic body of knowledge which is based on certain specified principles. That is called science. Science is basically based on the principles. So in this respect, accountancy is also a science, as it is also a systematic body of knowledge which is based on specified principles and accounting standards. So like if there are principles in science, there are principles in accounts also. We'll learn about those principles in the next chapter. So by this we can say accounting is also a science. Next characteristic is recording of financial transactions only. This is a very important characteristic. in business organization where a businessman is maintaining accounts, so only those transactions will be recorded which are of financial nature. So as we know, only those transactions and events are recorded in accounting which are of financial character, as there are so many transactions in the business which are very important for the business but which cannot be measured and expressed in terms of money, and hence such transactions will not be recorded. So there are many transactions which is important for the business, but because it is of qualitative nature, we cannot record those transactions. Okay, for example, if there is a quarrel between the production manager and the sales manager, or resignation by an able and experienced manager, strike by employees, all these transactions or all these things are important for the business also, but as these events affects the earning of the business adversely, but no one can measure the effect of such events in terms of money. This cannot be expressed in terms of money, so it will not be recorded in the books. So any transaction which are of financial nature and which can be expressed in terms of money, only those transactions will be recorded in accounting. Now third characteristic is recording in terms of money. So once we have identified the transaction of financial nature, now we will record those transactions of financial nature which can be expressed in terms of money. So here we can say each transaction is recorded in the books in terms of money only. So in a small business where the number of transactions is quite small, all the transactions are first of all recorded in a book called journal. So according to this characteristic, only those transactions are recorded in the books of account which can be expressed in terms of money. For example, if a businessman purchases 200 chairs and 10 tables, their value in terms of money will be recorded in the books. Similarly, if a businessman possesses 50,000 in cash, land measuring 2,000 meters, 5 trucks, 5 machines, and so on, then in the absence of money measurement concept, these different types of assets cannot be recorded. So it is clear only those transactions will be recorded which can be expressed in terms of money. Now, as we know, the nature of business varies in size. Some businesses are small, some are big. So in small businesses, there will be small number of transactions. So all those transactions are recorded in a book which is called journal. But in a big business where the number of transactions is quite large, the journal is further subdivided into various subsidiary books. So here it is clear, where the number of transactions is small, it will be recorded in the book journal. Journal is also known as books of original entry because the transactions are first of all recorded in this book only. Clear? And in big transaction, big business where the number of transactions is quite large, then this journal will be subdivided into subsidiary books. Now what are these subsidiary books? There are 8 subsidiary books. First is cash book, then purchases book. Cash book is used for recording cash transaction. Purchases book is prepared for recording credit purchases of goods. Then sales book. Sales book is prepared for recording credit sales of good. After that, purchases return book. This book is maintained for recording the return of credit purchases. Then sales return book. It is maintained for recording the return of credit sales. After that, bills receivable book, bills payable book, and at last, journal proper. So here we can say there are number of subsidiary books which is to be maintained, and it depends upon the size and nature of the business. Now next is classifying. So after recording the transactions in journal or subsidiary books, the transactions are now classified. Now what is classification? Classification is the process of grouping the transaction of one nature at one place in a separate account, and the book in which various accounts are opened is called ledger. So we can say here classification of the transaction is done in a separate book which is known as ledger. And classification means when we are grouping the transaction of one nature at one place but in separate accounts. Now separate accounts are opened in ledger in the name of each person, whether the customer or the supplier, and separate accounts are opened for purchases, sales, assets, etc. All the expenses and incomes which are already recorded in journal, they are again classified under separate heads in the ledger, such as wages account, salary account, commission account, etc. So it is clear the transaction of one nature are recorded at one place in a separate account. For example, transactions relating to the purchases will be recorded in purchases account. Transactions relating to the sales will be recorded in sales account, etc. So separate accounts are prepared in the books of ledger. That is classification. Next characteristic is summarizing. Now what is summarizing? Summarizing is the art of presenting the classified data in a manner which is understandable and useful to the management and other users of such data. So summarizing means whatever transaction we have classified, we will present those transactions in such a manner which is understandable to the other users and to the management. So this involves balancing of ledger account and preparation of trial balances. So we summarize the transaction by preparing trial balance. We were preparing journal book for recording the transaction. Then for classifying the transaction, we prepare ledger. And for summarizing the transaction, we will prepare trial balance. And with the help of trial balance, final accounts of the companies are prepared. Final account means profit and loss account and balance sheet. So trading and profit and loss account is prepared to ascertain the net profit of the business, and balance sheet is prepared to show the financial position of the business. So this is what summarizing is. Our next characteristic is interpretation of the results. So once the transactions are summarized, now the results are interpreted to the third party. So we can say in accounting, the results of the business are presented in such a manner, and results are presented by preparing final accounts of the company. Final accounts includes trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. So the results are presented in such a manner that the parties interested in the business, such as proprietors, managers, banks, creditors, employees, etc., they can have the full information about the profitability and financial position of the business. See, why company prepare final accounts? Company prepare final accounts so that company can know the profit they have earned during the year and also their financial position. And after preparing the final accounts, company used to publish these accounts so that the other interested party, investors, they can invest in the business by knowing how much amount of profit is earned by the company or what is the financial position of the company. That is why the result is interpreted. Now, last characteristic is communicating. So here, accounting attributes also include the communication of financial data to the users who analyze them as per their individual requirements. So once the data are published, once the results are published, it is then communicated to the interested party. So these were some characteristics of accounting. Now we will learn about accounting cycle or process of accounting. So recording, classifying and summarizing are also termed as accounting process or accounting cycle. So here is a diagram of accounting cycle. Accounting cycle begin with the first process, which is financial transaction. As we know, in accounting, the first step is to identify the nature of transaction. So first we will identify the nature of transaction. Nature of transaction should be of financial nature. Only financial transactions are recorded. So first we will identify the financial transaction. Now once the financial transaction are identified, which can be expressed in terms of money, these transactions will now recorded in journal. So journal is a book where the transaction is recorded for the first time. And we know in small business where number of transaction is small, these transactions are recorded in the book's journal. And in big business where the number of transactions are quite large, then this journal is subdivided into subsidiary books. We have already discussed about the 8 subsidiary books. So now next we will move towards the third process, which is general ledger. So ledger is prepared for classifying the transaction. So after recording the transaction in journal, we classify the transaction. Classification means grouping the transaction of one nature at one place and in a separate account. So ledger is a book where number of accounts are opened, and in each account the related transaction of one nature is recorded. After that, fourth process is summarizing the transaction. So transactions are summarized by preparing trial balance. And at last, which is the fifth step, that is financial statement. After summarizing the transaction, we record those transactions in final accounts of the company. Now final accounts of the company includes trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. In trading and profit and loss account, we ascertain the net profit earned by the company, and in balance sheet we ascertain the financial position of the company. So this is the 5 process which is included in accounting cycle. Now here are some objectives of accounting. First objective is to keep systematic record of business transaction. So the main objective of accounting is to keep a complete record of business transaction according to the specified rules. These specified rules are present in accounting principles. We have to take care of the principles while recording the transaction. Now, complete record of business transaction helps to avoid the possibility of omission and fraud. So, the main objective of accounting is to keep a systematic record of business transactions. Second is to calculate profit or loss. As we know, by recording the transaction and by classifying them and by summarizing them, at last we prepare financial statements. By preparing financial statements, company or the businessman knows how much profit they have earned or what is the financial position of the business. So here the second main objective of accounting is to ascertain the net profit earned or loss suffered on account of business transaction during a particular period. So here net profit can be ascertained by preparing trading and profit and loss account. Now third objective is to know the exact reason leading to net profit or net loss. So by preparing the final accounts, the businessman knows what are the reason by which they earned a net profit or what are the reason they suffered loss. Next is to ascertain the financial position of the business. Now, how company comes to know about their financial position? By preparing balance sheet. So balance sheet basically tells about the company's financial position. So for a businessman, only ascertaining profit or loss of the business is not sufficient. The businessman must know the financial health of the business. If the financial position of a business is satisfied or sound, then they can easily take the loan from the bank, or the bank will provide the loan to the company based on their financial position. Next objective is to ascertain the progress of the business from year to year. So company prepare the accounts every year, and by preparing the account from year to year, company can prepare company can compare how much profit they have earned in the previous year, how much profit they have earned in the current year. By this, the company can ascertain the progress of the business. Next is to prevent and detect errors and frauds. So, by recording the transaction in a systematic manner, the company can easily prevent and detect the errors and fraud. And last objective is to provide information to various parties. This is also the main objective of accounting, to communicate the accounting information to various interested parties like owners, investors, creditors, banks, etc. And this information can be provided by preparing final accounts of the company. Final accounts are profit and loss account and balance sheet. Now here are some functions of accounting. First function is maintaining complete and systematic records. As we have already studied this in the characteristic of accounting and objective of accounting, that the main function of maintaining account is to maintain the complete and systematic record of business transaction. So accounting is done to maintain complete systematic record of business transaction. Second is communicating the financial results in various parties. This is also an important function of accounting, to communicate the information regarding net profit or loss, assets and liabilities, etc. to the interested party. Interested parties can be bank, employees, government authorities, creditors, investors, etc. Third function is protecting the assets of the business. Now, another function of accounting is to maintain proper record of various assets such as cash in hand, bank balances, inventory, stock, debtors, etc. These are the assets of the business. So, to maintain a proper record of various assets, accounting is necessary. It enables the management to keep a proper control over the assets. Now, fourth function is providing assistance to management. Now, by providing timely information, accounting assists the management in the task of planning, controlling and decision making. Fifth is trusteeship. Now, in case of companies, the management is entrusted with the task of controlling the resources of the enterprise. So, management is expected to act as a trustee of the company's fund, and the accountant assists them to control the resources properly. Last function is compliance of legal needs. So, under the provision of various laws such as Companies Act, Income Tax Act, Goods and Service Tax Act, etc., a business firm has to submit various statements such as annual accounts, income tax and GST return. So, accounting performs this function by supplying the information to the government agencies. Now, next we have bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is a very important term in accounting. Bookkeeping basically means recording of business transaction. So we can say bookkeeping is an art of recording in books of accounts the monetary aspect of commercial or financial transaction. So in bookkeeping, we only record the financial transaction. The maintenance of books of account includes the following 4 activities. So there are 4 activities which are included in bookkeeping. First is identifying the transactions of financial nature from amongst the various transactions. Second is measuring the identified transaction in terms of money. Third is recording the identified transaction in the books of original entry. And last is classifying them into ledger. So we can say bookkeeping includes only 4 steps of accounting. First, we have to identify the transaction of financial nature. Once the transaction is identified, we will see whether it can be expressed in terms of money or not. If it is expressed in terms of money, then that transaction will be recorded in the books of account. And the transactions are first of all recorded in the books called journal. And after recording the transaction in journal, we classify the transactions in ledger. So till the process of classification, we call it as bookkeeping. So bookkeeping is a primary stage, and it is the main objective of bookkeeping is to maintain systematic record of the transaction, and it is performed by junior staff. Next we have accounting. There is difference between bookkeeping and accounting. As we know, bookkeeping means recording of financial transaction only. Now, what is accounting? Accounting starts where bookkeeping ends. So it includes the following activities: summarizing the classified transaction in the form of profit and loss account and balance sheet, analyzing and interpreting the summarized result, in other words, drawing the meaningful information from profit and loss account and balance sheet, etc. And at last, communicating the information to the interested parties. So, when the bookkeeping ends, then the accounting starts. We know bookkeeping ends in the process of classification. Now, after classification, where summarizing comes in the process. So, from summarizing till the communicating the information, this stage is known as accounting. So, accounting involves summarizing the classified transaction, and we summarize the transaction by preparing trial balance and final accounts of the company. Then we analyze and interpret the summarized result to the third party, and at last we communicate the information to the interested parties. So there is a difference between bookkeeping and accounting. Bookkeeping is recording of financial transaction, whereas accounting, in addition to bookkeeping, it includes summarization of transaction and also interpreting the financial information to the interested party. So in this session, we have discussed about accounting, its characteristics, functions, objectives, also about accounting cycle, and at last we have discussed about bookkeeping and accounting. So with this session is ended now. In the next session, we'll continue with some more topic. That's all for today. Thank you.